Oh yeah, and in the background I was playing the music of the album by Dennis Brown called Deep Down. It is on YouTube. Dennis Brown, Deep Down. Full album. Hello, good afternoon. Well, I bought a book today called Rastafari Beliefs and Principles, and I thought I'd share it. This information has to be free or else it goes to hell. I had to buy it, but that's not a big deal. It's not like a $50 book in America. Anyways, don't worry about if it goes to hell or not. No worries. Jamaican way, right? Okay. So this was written by the Empress YUAJAH. I don't know how to pronounce it, and it's really not important at all. No way. It's these things are part of a media engine, and they come out from former dream worlds after the fall from grace of many, many souls. So these characters never really existed on the planet, which is fine. It's about as relevant information as the Bible or the Quran. The Quran has a little more pertinent and relevant information, but that's not going to be a big issue, since in the Quran is about living right, staying safe, and how things go to hell. But that's not a big issue. Also, lots of the demands that these religious books place on people are egregious and cannot be fulfilled at all. And the demands actually come from different ways of life. So the demands are placed on people that did not live the lives of people on the planet Earth. So those demands are real, and try to use them to the best of your ability. But there are extreme demands that can't be fulfilled. And this is not about morality. This is about buying stuff at the store. Like, if you live in America and you want to be Islamic, but you live in a suburban area, it's difficult to avoid pork in many instances. So you can't let that bring you down. Anyways, I bought the book, and I will read it. We'll see how long it takes. I've read it already once. Okay. Who I am. My name is Empress YUAJAH. I am a Rastafari woman. I have been aware of my spirituality since the age of 8. Many Rasta are born with their spirituality, as is the case with me. I am an author, as it is my job, as appointed by the Most High, to educate others on the Rastafari liberty. It is with love that I present to you the 7 principles of Rastafari. What is Rastafari? Rastafari is a spiritual way of life. As Rasta, we have our own knowledge and wisdom, beliefs, and ways of doing things. These guidelines have been written on our hearts by the Most High Jah before birth. In case you are new to Rastafari, here is a primer of what Rastafari is all about. Rastafari is a way of life, not a religion. Rastafari is a way of thinking, living, and doing. Rastafari is a for everyone of all races. Rastafari requires not conversion to embrace this way of life. Rastafari is a lifelong commitment. Rastafari is a spiritual truth. And when I read it the first time, I thought one of the requirements and ideals read as so: Rastafari not requires conversation to embrace this way of life. And talk is cheap. Okay, part 2. Rastafari principle number 1. Rasta does not eat meat. Meat is dead flesh, as instructed by the Most High to keep the temple clean of eating of dead flesh, which is strictly forbidden. The meat was alive, but is now dead. All dead animals have a spirit. Only Jah knows where the spirit of dead animals lingers. Not eating meat allows for us to feel ourselves as being more lightweight. By eating a diet that is strictly fruits and vegetables as its base, combined with other spiritual practices, we are able to more experience ourselves as our soul. Okay, part 3. Part 3. Rastafari principle number 2. Keep the temple clean. It is easy for one to defile his temple with unclean sex acts. Promiscuity, masturbation, group sex, prostitution, etc. Rasta does not ingest medication, which are Babylon tricks to make you sicker. Alcohol, avoid the devil's drink. Cigarettes, recreational drugs. Rasta use herbs for his ailments and smoke the natural plant of the Most High, marijuana, for pleasure and meditation. How to keep the temple clean as Rasta. Practice monogamy when with a mate. Practice celibacy when without a mate. Stay away from all unclean sexual acts, thoughts, and images. Eat food that is non-processed and in its original form. We as Rasta know that to keep the temple clean is one of the most important assurances for entrance into holy Mount Zion, heaven. Temple cleanse as Rasta. Many Rasta like to do a cleanse of the body about once a month to release toxins. Visit your local health food store to purchase an all-natural herbal cleanse kit. Now, I disagree with some things. I am a firm believer that cigarettes are God-given and that everyone should smoke cigarettes. And I will smoke until my dying day. And I know that God and Jah supports me in that. And maybe some other things. And alcohol is not the devil, even though it is the devil's drink. It is avoidable. Whatever. My opinions aren't really anything important. I'm just saying because I'm reading right here. So, and I do not advise that you go to your health food store to buy up any release toxins kits or cleanse kits. Don't do that. Okay. Well, this is Rastafari principle number 3. We're moving right along here. Rasta does not cut the hair. Rasta does not cut, shave, trim, or pluck any hair anywhere on the body. This is in keeping with the covenant that Rasta has written by the Most High on his heart. Rasta covenant with Jah. The growing of the dreadlocks is the physical representation of the Rasta covenant with Jah, the Almighty. The Rastafari covenant is as follows. Jah, I am yours. I will no longer trim or alter any hair on my body in honor of you. I understand that once I begin to grow my locks, this covenant must never be broken. Otherwise, I have committed a sin against the Most High. I vow to honor you all the days of my life in all the things that I do. I vow to be clean in words and deeds, and to do all I can to include you in my daily living. I vow to keep your 10 commandments. Please bless and guide me, O Jah, protect me. I am yours from this day forward. My promise is to serve you all the days of my life. 2 major points have been covered by this covenant. I will keep your 10 commandments, O Jah. I will honor you all the days of my life. This is why Rasta allows the hair on the legs, chest, eyebrows, armpits, and face to grow and grow without shave, trim, or cut all the day of our lives. Now, if someone lives in America, can't get away with not cutting your hair, so don't kill yourself over this stuff. Okay. The 10 Commandments of the Christian Bible. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the 3rd and 4th generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God. For the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns, for in 6 days The Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. But he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male or female servant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. Rasta adhere to the 10 Commandments as a way of keeping Jah law. Now we all know that the disciples of all evil went through the 10 Commandments and crossed each one of them, transgressed against each one of the commandments in a deliberate fashion, as if to use the commandments of Jah as tools for transgressions against Jah. And that's not our problem. Jah protects us. There is no blame. If they use the 10 Commandments to transgress against Jah, it's beside the fact. It's not our problem. Rastafari principle number 4, freedom of self. Freedom of self is one of the most important Rastafari principles for living. Rasta believes all men and women of all nations should be free. Rasta believes that to have a job is a form of slavery. Therefore, in Babylon, many people are not free. Self-employment. Rasta strongly believes in self-employment for the purpose of self-freedom, creative freedom, and freedom of spiritual practices. As Rasta, we like to pray, meditate, and read Bible verses whenever we are in the mood to do so. Jah should take precedence in places of employment. Creativity, individuality, and leadership is the natural road to prosperity. Instead, many people have forgotten about the Almighty and have become out of touch with their own creativity and individuality, which further gives into the slave mentality. Truly, Jah should be the name of the game in all things pertaining to employment and all else. Unfortunately, the Babylon system of work and slavery does not see it that way. Rastafari principle number 5. Honor Jah. Jah is black. All born Rasta from all parts of the world know this. This is what makes us Rasta. The skin of black Africans has a natural sunscreen that protects the skin from being burnt from harmful UVA and UVB sun rays. High melanated African skin slows wrinkles due to aging. High melanated skin heals faster as the melanin is a natural scavenger of free radicals. The black hue man is the expression of Jah in human form. Jah is a complete and whole being, lacking nothing. This is why the first humans were black, created in the image of Jah whole and complete. As direct descendants of Jah, black people still have the privileges and advantages of black African skin. How to honor Jah: by wearing the hair in dreadlocks, by mounting a photo of King Selassie in the home, Jah Rastafari, by wearing Rasta Ethiopian African colors, red, yellow, and green, by learning about black history, the history of all people. Now we can make a mix-up between the black market, black magic, and black history, but I think we'll stay safe, right? Eh? Yeah. I love you forever, Elizabeth. Oh my God. Rastafari principle number 6: resist Satan. Another very important part of embracing the Rastafari livity is to resist the temptations of Satan. Rasta knows the temptations of Satan are many. Satan knows our hearts. Satan knows our minds. Satan knows our weaknesses. Here's a list of just some of the temptations of Satan: stealing, lying, promiscuity, self-hatred, sexual perversion, committing a crime, abusing others, suicide, prostitution. As Rasta, we reject all thoughts and actions related to Satan. We try to avoid all places, people, and things which are governed by Satan. Satan comes in many forms. It could be the urge to do something wild, an invitation to go to a certain cool place, the desire to make some quick cash, the feeling to take revenge on an enemy, the desire to impress a woman or man, girl or boy. Benefits of giving in to Satan temptations. Be sure to recognize when Satan is trying to entice you. He wants to make you his. He will fool you into thinking what he has to offer you is something good. But if you think about the long-term effect, you will see that the benefits of giving in to Satan's temptations are nothing. And one of the big problems of Satan is that his main power of evil is to use other souls as a tool or fuel of his to perform evil, because if a soul performs evil, they will be chastised and punished, and then they won't be able to perform as much evil, or they will be totally disabled. So since the beginning of time, he's been using other souls as tools in order to progress their evil plan. All the devils do that, so you have to be pretty stupid to be one of his tools. I mean, it's probably the stupidest thing ever. If you have to realize that you don't want to be in line with Satan, you know, chances are you might just go to hell anyways, you know. I mean, it's a no-brainer. You don't have to be YUAJAH Rastafari to realize you're not working with Satan, man. I mean, most of the world's going to hell anyways, so you just gotta stay strong with YUAJAH Rastafari. YUAJAH Rastafari. Rastafari principle number 7, unity. In Rastafari, unity means two things: unity by and for the black nation, and world unity for all nations. Rasta love and respect the African nation. Black slavery has caused the unity and culture of black people to crumble. For this reason, as appointed by Jah, all Rasta, whether he is black, whether he is white, whether he is Indian, whether he is Asian, etc., he must have love for and respect for the black African nation. Thank you. Thank you for reading 7 Principles of Rastafari. If you are interested in learning more about Rastafari or Jamaican culture, you can visit the blog www.jamaicanrastafarianlove.com. More books by EMPRESS. More books by EMPRESS. Rastafari Beliefs and Principles. We just did that one. I got this from Amazon.com onto my trusty Kindle. How to date a Jamaican man. How to become a Rasta. Rastafari. White Rastafari. I guess which I might be now. After I did that, might as well move to Jamaica now. Now that I read that book. I hate gays, dude. I fucking hate gays. Well, I have a chant in there, my daily chant, what I do all the time. It's what we do forever. And I say, I love you forever, Elizabeth. You are my God. And I do love you forever, Elizabeth. You are my God. I say that hundreds of times a day in different languages. And it saves my soul, and you are my God, and that means everything, Elizabeth. That is everything. You are my love. I love you forever, Elizabeth. Oh my God.